You've already seen Lethal Weapon 3. You've already seen JFK. And as far as that new miniseries, Scarlet.
Frankly, Peg, I don't give a damn.
Whoa!
Don't miss an epic Married with Children, tonight at 9, 8 Central. Part of Fox's all-new November.
Woody Harrelson, Wesley Snipes, and Rosie Perez star in the slam dunk comedy.
Pretty. It's so pretty.
White Men Can't Jump, Tuesday at 8, 7 Central.
You're watching Fox NFL Sunday.
Who's picking up the new president? Peterson. What does he drive?
A Volkswagen Passat.
A Volkswagen. Is Peterson picking the president up in a Volkswagen? Hello.
Is there a problem, Miss Sullivan?
With ABS traction control and a high-performance VR6 engine.
But the officer's straight ahead.
Oh, we can be a little late. The new German-engineered Passat will change what you expect from a Volkswagen.
You know, if you're tired, Miss Sullivan, I'll drive for a while. Only
Today's Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Connecticut promotes preventive care, proper testing and diagnosis. It's working with doctors and hospitals to deliver quality care while keeping costs down. Like our new Blue Care HMO does. It's only blue, only better.
Here it is, the entire lineup of new 95 Fords. Believe me, no one has more #1 selling vehicles than your Ford dealer. And no one else has 5 of the top 10 sellers. New cars, new trucks, new vans, new value. Wow!
Now, get a great deal on a tough new Ford F-150, the best-selling truck in America. Buy now and you can save $1,600. And this truck is loaded with air conditioning, stereo cassette, and a lot more.
Check out all the new 95s at your Ford dealer. And see for yourself.
Fox 61 Sports Ticket tonight at 10:30 on WTIC TV.
This is the Dockers halftime. 100% cotton, wrinkle-free Dockers.
All right, and welcome to the Doctors halftime. James Brown along with Terry Bradshaw. Of course, Arizona trailing the New York Giants right now 9-0. And as we take a look, examining the first half of Kent Graham as a starter, you on his bandwagon yet?
JB, I'm not going to get on anybody's bandwagon. I still believe in Dave Brown. Kent Graham has played pretty good so far, but way too early. Right now, the Giants are doing what they want to do. That's run the football.
Let's take a look at the first half of the big plays there. But you got to ask, Buddy Ryan's supposed to be excited. Man, come on, Buddy. Long season coming up.
Kent Graham over the middle to a wide open Aaron Pierce 4-yard TD reception. Graham got to feel good about himself.
Yes, indeed, he does. And right now, the Giants are leading that one by the score of 9-0. Hampton right now, 17 carries for 75 yards. Again, that's the halftime score. Other scores to bring you up to date on. The Bears are nursing a 1-point lead over the Dolphins. A trick play that wound up being a broken play accounts for the lead. Curtis Conway to Keith Jennings. Other scores to pass along. The Vikings are leading the Patriots 20-0. Warren Moon has thrown for over 200 yards in the first half. A big day for him. The Falcons, Andre Rison, 5 catches, 1 touchdown. He didn't have any last week. Falcons on top by 13. Moving along here, the Browns are on top of the Eagles. Randall Cunningham said the Browns had the best defense. In fact, that's what happened. Only 8 yards in the first quarter for the Eagles. And the Chargers are being blanked by the Chiefs right now. That a second quarter score. And we'll have more of the Doctors halftime coming your way. Bengals trailing by a touchdown. Getting a little quick here, Terry, but we will be back with more after this.
His wife doesn't understand him.
You think that the romance has gone out of our lives?
His boss doesn't appreciate him.
Where is that dreaded pinata? Oh, miss me. Oh.
And his kids don't respect him.
I told you, don't draw on the father's skull.
What did it say? I want to see.
In fact, Homer Simpson is a lot like you, except he only has 4 fingers.
No!
The Simpsons.
Let's make it faces. Homer, speak to him.
Catch a brand new episode tonight at 8, 7 Central.
What's the most precious thing in your life? If you're a parent, the answer will almost always be your children. That's why when a child is born with a birth defect or stricken with a disease or hurt in an accident, we all want to do anything we can to help these very special children. I'm Steve Berline of the Arizona Cardinals, and I'm here as a United Way volunteer at the Upward Foundation. When my cousin Jim Berline and his wife Patty had 2 sons born with a genetic disorder, doctors called it progressive spinal muscular atrophy. This here is my little cousin, Steve Berline, and his little brother, Nicholas, who's just 3. As a star in the NFL, I can assure that my family and these little guys will have the best possible care and treatment and a whole lot of love. But I know that all families are not quite as fortunate. That's why your support of the United Way is so important. United Way, reaching those who need help, touching us all.
This message furnished by the National Football League.
Welcome back to the Doctor's Halftime. Now, coming up in the second half of our doubleheader here on Fox, the game involving the Dallas Cowboys and San Francisco 49ers, a game that some of you will be seeing at 4 o'clock Eastern Time. Now, the major development today involves the right thumb that's on the throwing hand of Troy Aikman. You see him carrying his carry-on bag, not involving that sore thumb in that process at all. And back here in Studio 7, let's talk a little bit more about the matchup today. Terry, anything about Dallas at all concerns you that maybe they won't be as fired up as many people are talking about?
You know, the one thing about the Dallas Cowboys and the thing that makes them a championship team is the fact that this team can focus and they can travel on the road and focus. They can face adversity at home or on the road. They're defending world champions who are used to these types of situations, and that is going to help them in this football game. They are not in awe of this event that's going to be taking place today. Another guy you could lock in a closet for 6 months and he'd come out, play on the road, play at home is Deion Sanders. He lives for this kind of game. If I'm the 49ers, I want the Dallas Cowboys worrying about Deion Sanders for 60 minutes, returning kickoffs, playing wide receiver. If there's ever an offense that Deion Sanders would flourish in as a wide receiver, catching the ball 5 yards, making things happen athletically after he catches the ball.
Well, Howie, I'm also interested in Deion Sanders one-on-one with Michael Irvin. If truly that thumb is affecting Troy Aikman and his confidence to squeeze the ball in there against tight coverage, then he may go away from Michael Irvin because Deion Sanders got him locked up one-on-one. And if that's the case, look for Michael Irvin to be screaming, "Get me the football," because he wants Troy to throw it in there. But Troy may not have the confidence to throw it in there if that thumb is a problem.
Yeah, and don't forget, Jay Novacek is hurt at tight end. That's going to hurt Troy. And Harper's been out all week with a knee. That's going to hurt Troy. And now Troy's hurt. If all of this is true, then the Cowboys don't have a prayer today if all of this is true.
Yeah,
well, they're going to roll McDonald up and go on an 8-man front, try to stop Emmett.
Right, and number 22, Emmitt Smith, is the key, but the 49ers can put Tim McDonald up there, 8-man front, and that'll slow that running game down. But if they try to do it too much, then that exposes all those defensive backs one-on-one, and that's how Dallas gets the big play.
Hey, Jimmy, but Howie was talking earlier in the pregame show about how San Francisco doesn't have a fiery type on defense. I believe you got to have a guy who maybe has 1 foot in jail in terms of the mentality that you want on defense.
Right.
What was the key for your managing wild personalities on defense that are essential in the football game?
Well, usually when you have a successful football team, those people are going to emerge. Kenny Norton was one of the guys that did it for us. Charles Haley obviously did it for us. James Washington did it for us with the Cowboys. Now, with the 49ers, I'm not real sure who's going to do it, but somebody's got to come to the front in a big game like this today and say, hey, let's get the job done. We have to win this game.
All righty, we'll see what happens. The game is coming up, and again, you'll be seeing that right here on Fox coming up at 4 o'clock Eastern Time. The Dallas Cowboys taking on the San Francisco 49ers at Candlestick Park. All right, folks, and we've got more coming your way. Doctor's Halftime after this.
You're watching Fox NFL Sunday.
It can get rather lonely out here on the test track this time of year. Because of all the top-selling import luxury sedans, only one offers a combination of front-wheel drive, anti-lock brakes, and electronic traction control. Standard, the Acura Legend GS, which proves you can still be a leader, even if you can't get anyone to follow. Acura. Some things are worth the price. Lease the Legend at your local Connecticut Acura dealer.
For moments when there's no time to waste,
Just relax. I have a big play.
SNET Links and Nobody Beats the Wiz puts you in touch automatically from Maine to Washington, D.C. with call completion.
Hello? Boomer! Yeah, I need to pick away. Throw the bomb, man. Play action pass. Let's go to screen. Stake inside. Sweep outside. Just stuff it down their throat. All right, man.
SNET Links and Nobody Beats the Wiz. Cellular service
Hey, Boomer!
that's simply the best.
Town Fair Tire saves you money. Town Fair Tire's guaranteed lowest price policy beats every advertised price of every other tire dealer and warehouse club. Town Fair Tire backs your Toyo tires with their 30-day price guarantee and their 150% money-back price guarantee. Town Fair Tire guarantees the absolute lowest tire prices. Town Fair Tire, the best place to buy tires.
Name brands at discount prices. Town Fair Tire.
KC 101.
Radio station.
What can I do to make you listen to KC 101 10 minutes longer each day? KC 101?
Yeah. It'll play in the office 10 minutes more. Glenn and Pat in the morning. I think it's Candy Buzzer for you. Seriously. They're original. They're funny.
Tell me, what can I do to get you to listen for 10 minutes longer every day? How about I get him to take his shirt off and be the Diet Coke guy? Yeah? That'll do it for you, right?
KC 101. It's where music is going.
Then stop drinking the Coke now?
The Simpsons, weeknights at 6 on Fox 61 WTIC TV.